And folks, we are live.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Oh, people can see the handle to my shrink wrap. They don't need to see that.
No, but it is a useful tool and very important.
I use it all the time. So I've got two streams going. I've got my computer next to me. I've got phone for you all to see me. So I can toggle with things, because doing it on my phone, I know I will butcher something.
I find that if I don't have the phone and the computer, I can't function because
Right.
I need to be able to respond actively to people in the chat on comments, and like on this sale, because I'm not hosting it, I can't comment. So I'm like, I need to have
Right.
the autonomy to comment, but I need the comments to be, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm watching it on YouTube just so that way I can compensate for the lag.
And I don't know why there isn't an option for us to be able to comment, like even if we're a guest. Like you would think we would be able to comment on the stream like you do when you're hosting it. It's just odd to me.
Didn't that happen? Didn't it used to be that way years ago, though?
It
Where you
might have
could?
been, and then they changed it because, probably someone did something nefarious that ruined it for everybody.
Of course, like anything else, but we're not here to focus on that.
No. We are here to have a great time and sell some wonderful packaging.
Yes, we are. So, no, Elaine, you are not early, and welcome aboard. That's another fellow Marylander.
Yay! It's good to have people from Vinny's neck of the woods in the chat. Hi, Amy.
Amy's here. I see Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Miss Bev, hello. I see Deborah Williams is here.
Hi, Deborah.
Welcome to you all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure Dee is still going strong, which is perfectly all right. We always like to shoot the breeze for 15 minutes before we start selling.
Dee is amazing. I don't know how she does her marathon sales like that in the afternoon, but she's got an incredible selling power.
She does. She can go back and forth between offer ups and flat prices. I'm like, I can't do that because it takes me too much time.
Well, sometimes it just fries your brain.
It does.
Oftentimes on our sale, my jewelry sale, I will count incorrectly. Like numbers are always hard for me anyway, but then I'm trying to count down from 20, and sometimes I count up, sometimes I count down. I'm like, what
I'm notorious for that, so I get it.
It happens.
So who else popped in? I see Melanie, Southern Buckeye. I see Nick's Vintage Knacks.
Hi, Nick.
Linda DeBruin. Frida's here. My mom is here.
Hi, Mom.
And Dee cracks me up.
Yeah, Dee is so funny. Dee is
she's hilarious.
Hilarious. Yep, I love Dee. It's funny. I found Dee because of you, Vinny. Actually, I found almost everybody because of you.
Really?
Community. Yeah, I don't know if I've never told you this or not, but when I started into vintage, I just loved Coca-Cola, and I thought I needed to find someone that collects these Coca-Cola trays because my world was limited to this little Jacksonville area, and I had no idea that there would be like tons of other collectors. And I knew people collected Coke, but I thought there can't be that many people that collects these trays. And I Googled it, and you appeared, your video, and I watched you. And then I kept watching you because I was like, this is so interesting. And I learned all this stuff. And then you started talking about like Misty and Dee and Scott and all these other people. And that's how I found this community. It was because of you.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad I was a little bit of help there.
Yes, I owe you everything. Yeah, Karina, she's another one in your hauls.
I've been so bad with doing hauls lately, but my eBay store level's gone up, so I can't complain.
Yay. That's good. I think of you every time I go into an antique place that has the vintage perfume, because I'm like, oh, he's got to smell this. And the other day I was in a estate sale that had a bunch of them, and I had to pick them up and smell them. I was like, Vinny would tell me that this was something I have to do.
Oh, I literally, I don't know why, and I know how bad some of it's going to be.
It's not good.
but I just can't help it. I gotta smell it.
It was because this estate sale had probably 15 or 20 perfume bottles, like half full, but they were all slightly leaking. You know how they kind of like drip out the top, and they were all in this enclosed cabinet. So when I opened it, I was hit with this myriad of various scents, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Ew.
It was a little interesting to the palate, but I had fun looking at all the old bottles.
What's funny is picking up, and you know how bad it's going to be, the old Avon, like the figure-old decanters that you see, or the bottles. It's like, I have to smell it. I know it's going to be terrible, but I got to smell it. It's like I got to get my kick while I'm shopping. I have to smell that disgusting perfume.
It's almost like reseller code. It's just like, this is something you got to do. And the first rule of reselling is smell the vintage perfume.
Yeah, get high before you go shopping. With perfume, of course.
Elaine says that she formerly lived in Broward, which is wild because one of my best friends from college lives in Broward County. That's so cool, and has some really great Coca-Cola collectors. Wow, could you imagine, Benny, 2 rooms of Coca-Cola?
I can barely live in one room with a bunch of stuff. Let alone a whole menagerie.
Yes. It's nice having this bigger space because I can spread out more things, and I've got tons of blank walls in here now that can be filled with something.
You're just like, it's blank. I need to fill it with something.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of a blank wall. I think I see it as a wasted creative opportunity, and there's something cool that could go on it. So yeah, I love seeing lots of things.
Yeah, I like stuff on the walls, but I don't want there to be too much because it would probably get a little overwhelming, at least for me.
Yeah.
But I like, if I did all my Coca-Cola trays on a wall, that's okay because it's all like one thing that goes together. But if I did, like, I put a Farrah Fawcett poster up and then I put a Coke tray with it and all that, I think it would just be too much.
Like the gallery wall with kind of a mix of things.
As much as I'm an eclectic person, I would prefer
everything
it to have a theme, like all 20s stuff. Whether it be the Coke, maybe some glass or something, like have it be like a little,
Yeah, themed. No, I think that would be cool. It would be neat if you had a big enough space to do it, where every room could be a themed era. So like you could have your 70s room, you could have the tiki room, you could have 50s, you could have the Art Deco. I mean, like, I'm just envisioning how cool that would be to source for all of that.
That's what I would want to do.
I dared to smell an Avon cologne lantern cologne at an estate sale today. It was actually okay. Wow, Tina, that's amazing.
Some of it's not bad. It's just some of it is just like, this didn't age well.
Yeah, and I think, perfume does last a while, but if it's exposed to light, I was researching this and I don't know all the like technical ins and outs of it, but if perfume's left like by a window or, where it gets a lot of air, or it's, here in the bathroom, like somehow bathrooms can make them go bad. Like they don't smell the same. The chemicals change or whatever in them. So maybe that's what happens to these vintage perfumes, and they're just not good.
So yes, I don't know. But some of them, depending on the quality of them, some of them don't smell too bad.
Yeah, white shoulders, I think, is what my grandma used to wear. And I don't remember that smelling overly icky to me. I thought it was, just okay. And I think white shoulders is still around. You can buy it.
It is. You can get it at TJ Maxx or Marshall's for like $10. I don't personally like the smell of it.
Yeah, it depends. I was in a Marshall's with a friend and we were looking at cologne. And we were in there sniffing, and they have all the dupes. That's all the rage now for whatever expensive bottle at the store you can get. And some of them just downright smelled awful. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it smelled almost like Axe and some other weird deodorant had a child.
No.
Too much.
Axe is way too potent. I don't even wear that stuff.
See, Axe to me, what I think about with Axe is when I was in the 5th grade and none of the boys wanted to shower, so all they would do after gym is like douse themselves in the Axe body spray, and it was just the most horrid, just repulsive smell. So Axe is not my favorite.
Well, here's the thing. I used it a little bit, but what I would do is like I would take I'd do little spritzes
Right.
under the arms and maybe just on my chest, so that way it wouldn't.
It's not overpowering.
Right,
Some of
but
the
at least I'm not stinky.
would take the can and like all over. I'm like, okay, that's a lot. Like, let's tone it down
Right.
a little bit. Hi, Christy. Hi, Frida. Heidi's in. Jackie. Christy. Oh no.
That's the worst when they stop making a special cologne or a
It
perfume
isn't
that you really like.
anymore. Yeah.
Because that's when you got to turn to eBay and things like that and pay up a little bit more.
Well, and that's probably why you do so well, Vinny, with those, is because people remember this nostalgic scent and they want it back.
Mm-hmm. Or they collect old perfume.
Yeah, sometimes the bottles are just cool. I follow a lady, I don't know the account name off the top of my head, but she's this huge collector of all things vintage makeup and compacts. And to me, what's cool about it is not so much the makeup itself, but the packaging. Because, I love all the advertising stuff. So she'll share some of these Deco perfume bottles, and they're just incredible.
Yeah, I think if you're thinking Instagram, I think her name is like Vintage Makeup or something like that.
Yeah, I think you and I are talking about the exact same person.
I follow her too, just to see like the really cool packaging and things of such that she's got.
And sometimes she'll actually like use the vintage makeup, and I'm like, wonder what's in that, because you just don't know. Back in the day, some of the stuff was.
And you can get a lot of brands today make the retro, color makeup and such. So I feel like you'd be more safe buying that to use in your vintage ensemble rather than the old stuff.
I think MAC, the company MAC, they make all the green makeup for the musical Wicked, but I also think they have several like Marilyn Monroe red type iconic lipsticks that they've matched the shades to. And there's specific companies too that will even put it in like vintage packaging, like the not old metal tubes, but they make it look like that so you can get the look without the probably poison.
Right. Yeah, Dad, definitely. I can still smell Woods by Abercrombie because he used to wear that back in the day. That's expensive stuff now if you can find it.
And Abercrombie, man, we've got one at the mall here. And anytime I'm out walking Louie and I walk by, like you can just, you're coming up upon the store because it just wafts out the door.
See, I don't like that, but
I don't mind it.
I don't either, as long as it's not too potent. I'm just glad they got rid of the perfume counters or like the spray test or the people that go and spray around the perfume in the department stores.
Do you remember that episode of Friends where Joey's a perfume or cologne guy, and he's like once the cool cologne guy? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
And then he gets to be the cowboy, and the other cowboy goes down because he spritzes some lady in the eye.
Oh, goodness. It's always Joey getting in trouble.
Yeah, Joey, he's just so kind, and he tries, but he just doesn't always get it right. But that's okay. We love Joey anyway.
Right.
I see your dad's in the chat, so I know you've told your dad, but Vinny's dad made for me a razor blade display. And I tell Vinny this probably so many times he's sick of me saying it, but I just love that razor blade display with all the packaging. And I just put it into a display in my bathroom since I've recently moved. I've been kind of rearranging things, and I got an old eye chart, and I've now put it with the eye chart, and the colors work. They're so cool. And I have this Art Deco barbershop cabinet in there now. Vinny, I think you'd really like that. It's super cool.
I will tell you, I keep telling him he needs to invest in
Yeah.
making those frames because honestly, the only money he'd be into it would be the frames because he's all the razor blades that he has, it's pennies. With how much he has, it's pennies on the dollar. So all he'd really have to do is go to Walmart and buy the frames for him.
It's so cool because every time I'm standing there, and I think as people, we don't think about how much like we actually are in the bathroom a day, but like brushing your teeth, that's like 2 or 3 minutes. And then all the other stuff you do getting ready. And when I'm brushing my teeth, I like to just stare at the framed piece your dad did because every time I notice something new I haven't seen in a while or didn't remember seeing before. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I just saw the dynamite one yesterday that has the lightning bolts. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
The packaging they made for razor blades back in the day is pretty impressive considering what we have now. It's nothing like it is now.
The cheap plastic cartridges are,
so they're I guess safer in today's world to use. Because remember, they were you took them right out of the packaging, the sharp razor, and put it into the razor itself, and then shaved with it.
So the person that cuts my hair, I found this old school barber shop in town, and they do a great job. And they have the old straight edge, and they go in on the back and do, because I've got kind of like a shorter pixie type cut, and they go in with the straight edge and clean me up, and it's really cool. I love it. But there's one guy that sometimes I occasionally get if they're really busy, and he's super chatty and he's kind of fast. And I know he knows what he's doing, and I do trust him. He's super nice, but I'm always afraid because he does it so fast. It does freak me out a little bit. I'm like, please don't slice my neck open.
Right.
But it's cool.
Oh, my ear neck go again. I've had that happen because they'll do that on the back if I want to be tapered and just want to be completely flat back there, especially for the summertime.
It's cooler that way when they do. Like I'm starting to get a little shaggy around the ears. I'm like, okay, I got to go back in. But they even do the little hot towel thing, which is just nice.
For sure. What did they do? It's been a while since I've had my hair cut. I'm going to get it done on Monday because it's getting to be too difficult to maintain.
It's funny when you have short hair, you can tell when it's too long. Like even just like a 1/4 of an inch because it starts bugging you somewhere and you're like, okay, this is time to go.
Well, my problem is I get a cowlick, or what looks like a cowlick. Like I have a bunch, like I'll wake up and it'll just be sticking up and I can't brush it down or brush it over, and it's just a pain in the butt. And then I'm sometimes in a rush to get to work and I can't do anything about it, so I have to run into the bathtub, turn the water on, and wet my entire hair down like I had to today to get it to look the way it does now.
Do you have a spray bottle? Because that has completely revolutionized my life.
I do, and I need to start using it because I put it in the bathroom, and it's one of those that continuously sprays. So you can hold on the nozzle and it'll squirt more than it would had you used a regular one.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, sometimes if I because I don't wash my hair every day, and if I do style it with pomade, it's nice. They say to have like second day hair because it gets texture more. So what I try to do is like lift up a little bit and then spray, and it kind of makes it a little bit so you don't have to stick your whole head in the shower.
Or use dry shampoo. Sometimes that helps.
I'll
spray it on the cowlick area and then I'll brush it if I can.
So it keeps it down. Well, and hats are great for this too. I can just throw on a hat and I don't have to worry about my hair, which is nice.
See, I've never been a hat person. I could never wear a hat. I just prefer to be like show off my do. That's
well, you've got the cool vintage hairstyle though, so it really works for you, Vinny. It's great.
Thanks. Literally, it's like that because I brushed it a million times because I was worried it was going to stick up. And now
I always have like one piece in the back here that just wants to go straight up, and I don't know what that's about, but it just doesn't want to cooperate.
It's stubborn. I think it's like I I think it's just part of me because I can be a little stubborn sometimes. So it's like, oh, of course, my hair's going to be stubborn too. Like it kind of is,
Stubborn is not a bad thing. I think it gives you a little bit of zest.
to a degree.
Yes.
See, now it's just messing itself up. Now I'm conscious of it because I can see it.
I know the feeling of like if it gets in your eye. I don't.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, I don't like hair touching me.
I just don't want it in my face. I don't mind combing it to the side like I did, but
oh yeah, but I don't want it like on my ears, and I certainly don't like when I had really long hair. Like I used to have super long hair, and it would get so hot because I have really thick hair. And in the summer, I would just swelter. And I finally cut my hair short. And I was like, I've been missing this my whole life. Like, this is phenomenal. I'm plugging
Nick did something.
I took a bunch of pictures of ink bottles and ink-related things at Dirty Jane's today. Oh, Nick knows my latest weakness, ink bottles.
Very Jersey Shore Italian. I just wish I had the body of the Jersey Shore guys. I don't.
I don't know if you really want that though. That's a lot of upkeep.
Yeah, I don't. I would like to just be physically fit, but I just don't want to look. I don't want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just want to be toned and have a little bit of muscle, No spray tans. No. That's a bit. No, I won't say anything because I don't want to offend. But
I feel like if I got a spray tan, something horrible would happen to me, like Ross and Friends when he gets like oversprayed and then he looks like a baked lobster.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I don't know that that's so much for me. Yes, and you have much better qualities. I agree, Dana, than the Jersey Shore people. You don't want all that.
Thank you all. So we are 22 minutes in. We had 82 folks here. Make sure you thumb up the stream today. Make sure you subscribe to both Katie and myself. Katie's links, I think, are down below in the description box. Let me look. So if you see me looking away, I apologize. I have my computer here so that way I can watch the lag. Yep, your channel and your email for claims are in the description. That's because I did this a week ago.
We both thought the sale was last week. I rushed home. And I literally was sitting down at the computer and I got a message from Nate and he's like, Vinny says he's not having a sale. And I'm like, huh? So then I go to click on the stream and I was like, oh, it's the 29th. That's why.
Right. Because I thought last week was the 29th.
But it was great because I had everything ready to go for this week. The photos were already done. I just had to share them again. It was just so easy.
Right. And I got busy and I was just running around like a crazy person like I usually do. So, but yeah, it's good. Everything's good.
All right. I have one offer up, Frida. Vinny, do you have any offer ups?
Everything I have today is flat prices.
Okay.
But I like to watch the chat on here and be able to type things in if I need to answer questions or whatnot. That's why I have my computer.
Yeah.
So
and I've got my phone.
I think we've got 20 items each, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I've got 20. Okay. So let's see. Am I missing anything? Oh, so after my show tonight, hopefully we're done by 8, maybe just a little after 8. Pamela Blanchard has her sale going on at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you go over there, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, Trisha from Sandy and Otto has her Saturday sale. And then Katie and Nate have their jewelry/brooch sale. So you're doing that tonight, right?
Yeah, that's tonight at 10.
All right, perfect. So you'll have another place to see Katie tonight.
It will be lots of fun. We've got some of our very best pieces in tonight's sale. We've got some Weiss and some really incredible signed things. So if you love vintage costume jewelry like I do, and you like bling, we've got some really top of the line things coming tonight.
All right. So y'all probably don't want to miss that. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do 2 pieces per round. And since Katie is the guest on the show tonight, she will be first. Let me just go ahead and do that special, Yeah, there we go. I'm going to turn you around and boom.
All right. Thank you, Vinny. Well, I am Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, and my email is right here. So if you do claim anything tonight and you haven't purchased from me before, please do send me your information. I need your PayPal email with shipping address and zip code. That way I can get you an invoice and a shipping quote. And I'll be working on all my shipping tomorrow. I do ship from Florida, and Vinny ships from Maryland. So even though we're on the sale tonight together, we can't combine orders because we're in 2 different states. Okay, so I think that covers my little small bit of housekeeping. The first item I have tonight, I was really excited to find this because I have a Hollywood theatrical cold cream tin in my collection, but I had never seen the jars, and I think the jars are just like infinitely cooler because they're embossed. So this jar is probably from the 50s. It says Hollywood Extra, which I just love, theatrical cold cream. It was 39 cents back in the day for this entire jar, which is just amazing to me. And then it's embossed Hollywood Extra on both sides. And this textured glass, I think, is really cool. It says for professional and home use. And then it's got the little detail around the side. And I love that because it gives you so many options. Like when I set things in displays, I like to use tins as risers or jars as risers. And even though this is really cool and you can display it this way, you still get a little detail around the lid. So if you want to stack other things on top, it's just great in your displays. And then on the bottom, it's embossed Hollywood Extra, and I'll take that little sticker off. It still has some of the cold cream in it. It's not going to, I think, come out of here, but I could try to clean that out if that is something that would be of importance to you. It's this amazing blue, tealy green color with the black. So, I mean, you could use this pretty much all year round. I think it fits lots of themes. And of course, I love the original price tag on the bottom there. So if you are interested in the theatrical cold cream, you can have this jar, and let me measure it for you because it is a little bit bigger. It is 3 3/4 inches. You can have this theatrical cold cream for $20. $20 by giving me number 25. $20 by giving me number 25 for the Hollywood Extra theatrical cold cream. Very cool little piece of packaging here. Hi, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Yes, busy day today. Your memories of your mom using that cold cream. That is so cool, Jackie. Yeah, it's a really neat piece of packaging here. Okay. My next item is a pretty cool one. It is one of these Galaxy Spaceman jars. I actually have 2 of these up in the sale tonight, and aren't they just killer awesome? Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Galaxy company, the story behind these guys is there's a group of people that bought a warehouse, and they found a bunch of these in this warehouse, and they were new old stock. So this company was supposed to make home syrups so that you could make your own soda at home, and they would have had different flavors. The company went under before it even got off the ground, and no syrup was ever added to these bottles. But then there was this warehouse just full of these particular bottles, and different colors are definitely harder to find. Don't see the yellow one a lot online, but I think that he's super cool. He's got his little jet pack on the back. And of course, once you used the syrup inside, just like all old things, you could turn them into a bank. So they were multi-purpose. And these are new old stock, as you can see. They've never been used. I love that they have the little faces, little rocket guy faces. You've got Saturn here, and it's just got a really good detail. So if you're into space or space things, or you have a shelf that you're doing kind of a whole collection of different things on, and you need some springy colors, the yellow I think would be fabulous. The tops, I'm not sure coordinate to actually what flavor they would have been. This one might, lemon lime. It's always interesting to me on these, like lemon lime I would do in a different color maybe. But anyway, I think that this is very cool and the details neat. So this guy is going to be $35 if you are interested in the Galaxy Spaceman. I do have a red one coming up later. $35 by giving me number 29. $35, number 29 for the fabulous 1950s Galaxy Spaceman. And I have a whole collection of these above my kitchen. And when I was moving in, Jeffrey was helping me because he's very tall, put them above my kitchen cabinets. And they have little faces, but Jeffrey didn't notice that. So he kept putting them in backwards. So like he got them all arranged and I looked at them and I'm like, where's their little faces? So he had to go back and turn them around. But they're so cool. I just love these guys. Lori Perry, I see you. Thank you so much for that. That is headed your way. All right. Those are my two.
I love that Galaxy bottle. That's so cool.
It's a neat one.
For sure. So let me take my tag off of here. So I have a very, I haven't seen one this large before. This is one of those giant, I guess it probably held some kind of cold cream or something.
Oh, that's a cool one.
It's huge. Look at it. It's ginormous. It's Hazel Atlas, and of course it has the lid. And the lid still screws on. Well, it's a little stuck, but it's all right. Yes. Get the tread on there very well. There's no damage to the lid or to the jar. Oh, goodness, it just wants to be stubborn. Okay, I think I got it. I won't toy with it anymore. But you get the idea. This would be great to store cotton balls in, Q-tips. It's a good multi-purpose jar. Here is the Hazel Atlas mark. Funny enough, I was actually at one of our indoor peddler malls a while ago, and somebody had marked a Hazel Atlas piece as anchor hawking. And I was like,
oh, that's funny.
Good guess, but no, it's Hazel Atlas.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you would like the large, I guess it was for cold cream. I have no idea what was in this container. If you would be interested in this, it is $8 and it is number 7. $8, number 7 for the cold cream jar.
You could definitely put anything you wanted in that. It's so practical.
It is. It's huge. The glass is thick on it. They did. They got the logos mixed up for sure. Oh, said it was for cheese, maybe? It could have been for cheese.
Well, you can put your cheese in it now. Hi, Catherine.
Catherine Young and Robin. I see a bunch of people here. Thank you for tuning in. And Frida says it reminds her of a doctor's office. Yep.
Yeah, you can just store cotton balls in there or cotton rounds or anything.
Absolutely. And I see Robin for that. Thank you, Robin. This is coming to you. Do you have anything that you want to share with folks after the sale that you're not selling tonight?
Just that I want to, that I recently got that I want to share.
Oh, yep, that's perfectly fine. And what happened to the sticker for this? It better not have fallen. Yep, I guarantee you it did.
Yeah, the sticker thing, I'm still trying to work out the best way to do the stickers for me.
Did I do that? Unless I took it off. You know what? I think I called did the preview for this, and I may not have stuck the sticker back on. Knowing me, that wouldn't surprise me that I did that. Unless this was the sticker for it right here. No,
it's really easy to do.
That's okay. Hi, Lynn. So the next item I have for you all is a really cool Ken Dawn brand imitation vanilla flavoring bottle with the label. I love the sunrise/sunset design on there. As you can see,
Deco.
The label is a little bit messed up from age, but it is still a functional piece. I think the lid might be on here. Oh no, the lid comes off. No vanilla smell. but that's okay. I just thought the bottle would be cool to put in a Hoosier or in a, I don't know, if you collect these, it's a very cool bottle. I don't think there's a year on it. It was made in Baltimore. You can barely make out what it says. Something company. Contents 8 fluid ounces.
I was just thinking that is a lot of vanilla.
It is.
I wonder if that was for like a company that actually like made cakes or something. Like
maybe.
A baker level.
It could have been. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I had $10 for this bottle. I don't remember the number because the tag is gone. And watch me find it while you're showing your items. That would just be my luck. So if anybody would like this piece, just put letter S for sun. So $10, letter S for the imitation vanilla bottle.
That is so deco and so cool to me. I think it's fantastic.
I love the sun. I think that's great for like a summer display.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. And the red color is just, it really makes it pop with the gold there.
It does for sure. And I did forget to mention at the beginning of the stream that if anything does not sell, we will do a recap at the very end of the show. So that way you have another chance to claim something if you decide that you want it. So again, that is $10, letter S. And again, if I find that label, I'm going to kick myself for wondering what the heck happened to it. So it is now up to Katie. It's your turn.
All right. So this next item, I think, is probably one of my favorites in the sale. Of course, it's hard to choose because I am partial to the advertising. But I actually found a whole collection of these, and I kept a few of them. And so I've got some now to offer to you all, and I think they are really cool. Now, I was doing some research on this particular packaging, and it seems like these don't come up too often. And what they are is tube repair patches for tires or various things, but you're going to get a whole lot of them, and they're all different, which I think is really cool. Now, I don't know if this was made by Ace Hardware or if it's just a coincidence that this is Ace, but I love the graphics on this. This is just so cool. This is for vulcanizing patches, and you've got the playing card design, which I'm really attracted to, and the diamond, of course. The graphics just pop on this. And this is a cardboard tin with the metal lid, and it is completely full. So this is the first one you're getting. Oh yes, Ace Rubber Company. So this probably wouldn't have been Ace Hardware, but it does have a similar logo. I would assume that these are probably from the 50s. And this is the larger size can that you're getting in the lot. And I just think they are so cool. I mean, imagine this in a display, and then you've got the little space up top on the tin to add little other things because it's flat. So this is 2 3/4 inches, this particular one with the really cool graphics. And they even carry the playing card design on the back, which I think is cool. And then this one is just awesome. You've got the playing card on the front. It's smaller, but with the black design. And then look at the side. You got little cowboy man. He is just so awesome with his bandana, cowboy hat, cowboy boots. I think he's fun. This is also full. So you have the little tube repair stuff inside with the brushes. I'm not sure if the brushes actually did come with this or if it was added, but you do get all of that inside. And then you've got the tube repair on the top. So these are just really cool. And then this one just kind of, I think, complements them all, but it's not a complete match. But this is a tube patch with the little sun graphic. And this one has a little bit of wear, as you can see on the back, but the front displays really cleanly. This is a paper label over cardboard, so it's amazing to me that these things have survived. This is a Volco weld tube patch. Sticks and stays stuck. So you're going to get all of these fabulous little advertising pieces with some incredible packaging on the front. Don't see the Ace ones come up very often. Again, cardboard didn't really survive very long, so it's just so nice to actually see good examples of these things. So if you are interested in the Ace, you can have the whole lot of 3 for $25 by giving me number 27. $25 by giving me number 27 for all of this fantastic little packaging.
Colors on those are fantastic.
Yeah, they are. They're just so good. That teal just is right out of the 50s. It's awesome.
It pops. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it really pops. Like even across the room, I think your eye would catch it because it's just so good. Lori, I see you for that. That is fantastic. Okay, Lori, you're going to love that. That's a really good lot. Okay, my next item is awesome because I am currently in a major obsession and love affair with anything Art Deco, which I've always loved Art Deco, but I've loved it even more now that I have a new bathroom space to play around with and I can theme it. And so I've been having a lot of fun. And I almost kept this, but I thought it was just too cool and I had to bring it to the sale. So this is a Art Deco Bonita Needles. Container. It is awesome. It's cardboard, but the graphics are amazing. The back has a little bit of wear, but what's extra special about this is the inside. You get this amazing sunburst effect, and all the needles are still there from what I can tell. I mean, this has never been used. And these needles are probably the most beautiful sewing needles I've ever seen. They're gold tipped. I don't think they're real gold. But they're just so beautiful. And I love the mixed metals of these and also all of the gold packaging. I mean, it's just like so amazing to find something like this completely new old stock that has never been used. And obviously it's been stuck in a sewing drawer because it's so well taken care of and preserved. And I think this would be another thing that's fabulous in a vintage sewing display or craft room. You could stick this in a flower frog and display the front, or you can kind of prop it open if you want to do that, because this is also such an amazing display. I would have such a hard time deciding what I wanted to display out of this little booklet because everything is cool. So I just thought this was really neat. And of course, practical too, because if you sew, you can actually use the needles. I think they would be just fine. This is, there is no, oh, it's made in Germany. These are made in Germany. And they are the Bonita brand elliptic gold-eyed sharps. And they're all marked made in Germany. But that's about all I know about this. I don't have any history on this particular company. But I think that this is fabulous. Look at the little floral graphics with the black and the gold. Gosh, there's just something about Art Deco fonts. Just amazing. Okay, so if you would like this, you can have this piece of packaging for $12 by giving me number 28. $12, number 28 for that amazing Art Deco piece. And I love this so much.
The colors on that are just exquisite.
It's that Art Deco green that's just so fantastic. Yeah, it is. Okay, I see quite a few people coming in. Vinny, I don't know how you do this on your sale. I see Melody, she typed in the wrong number. So do you go
it'll
by
be the number, not the price.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll wait for Dad to let us know.
Yes. I don't want to jump the gun. Sometimes I do that on my own sale, and Angela's like, wait, that's wrong. So I don't want to announce the wrong person. Okay, we'll see who grabs this.
It was number 28, right?
Yes. Number 28, $12.
Okay.
Yeah, Angela goes, I see her in there.
Because if that's the case, that would be Crazed Vintage Model. We just want to make sure.
So Crazed Vintage Model, congratulations. You are getting this incredible packaging from the 20s and 30s. Just great. All righty. Thank you so much. And Vinny, those are my two.
All right. Okay. Wow. Am I blurry? I don't know if it's the light or what. Something's up. I don't know if my screen needs to be cleaned. I don't know. Okay. All right. What am I showing next? Okay. So let's do. So I have a. See? Some of these metal pieces just don't like the adhesive.
Yeah, they don't.
So I have this little baby receipt spike with that little design there. The tip up here is a little bit bent. And do I have my little trusty tape measure in here? I took it out of here, but it's tiny. If you have a small little desk you want to put it on, it would be perfect. Don't see any maker's marks or anything on it, but still a really cool piece nonetheless. If you would like the receipt spike, it is $8 and it's number 20. $8. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Number 20. That's probably a better idea.
You can magnetize postcards to those too. They really have so much display potential.
They do. I think I see Melody for that one. Thank you. So this is a rather interesting piece, something I've never been able to get my hands on, but it's cool nonetheless. This is a poultry tag, or like a cow tag.
Oh, wow.
And it's made of metal. It's for number 44. This was made by, it looks like, HAS Co. in Newport, New York. It looks like the paint has come off of here because, you know, this is probably very old, as you can see. So I don't know how you would sterilize it, or heck, if you just want to hang it on the wall.
It'd be great to tuck into a gallery wall.
Absolutely. Or if you collect poultry items, so you work on a farm and you like this kind of stuff, this would be a fantastic piece to add to your collection. Like I said, the paint is peeling in some places, so you might be able to just, I don't know, maybe peel it off and just leave it as is. But cool piece nonetheless. And if you would like the poultry tag, this is also $8 and it's number 6. $8, number 6 for the HAS Co. poultry tag. Lori, thank you. And those were my 2 this round.
All right. Those are great items, Vinny. I love all the little metal industrial tags. I actually have a whole wall of the information plates from different things, and that would fit along really well with it. My next item is so cool. I was thrilled to find this. I actually have a Brer Rabbit molasses celluloid advertising mirror in my collection. And when I found the jar that's featured on the mirror, I was just elated. I thought it was so cool. And Easter's coming up, and we all love rabbits. They're adorable, and we love putting together kitchen displays. So I thought this would be so perfect for Easter, and in your kitchen displays, you could work this into your tablescape. It's just fantastic. It is an old bottle with an incredible paper label. There is some wear to this because this has been around the block a little while. I think that this is probably from the 40s or 50s. And it's just amazing. You do not find this jar very often if you do a little research on it. So this is a fantastic piece right here. And this rabbit displays incredibly well. He is so cool. Gold label, Brer Rabbit, light, mild flavor. And then this rabbit has had a little bit of an issue over time, but he is still doing his best. And then there's a great recipe on the back for Brer Rabbit molasses sugar cookies, which is so cool. So it still has the molasses inside of it, so I can dump the molasses out if you're interested. But I have to say, I like that the brown color just adds a little bit of extra uniqueness to the clear bottle. It's kind of a fun little color contrast there. And the orange is just so perfect with your carrot themed displays. The yellow pants I love on him. He kind of reminds me of a Peter Rabbit type figure. And I just think that this is a fantastic bottle, considering Easter is coming up, but you could leave this out all year round. I have all kinds of kitchen packaging in my kitchen. And it's just that unexpected, I think, thing that makes you happy. You know, I'm a big believer in filling your space with things that bring you joy. And every morning when I'm getting my coffee and I'm using one of my vintage coffee tins, or I'm cooking my eggs and I see a tin in my kitchen, it just makes me happy. So this is the kind of thing I think that will make you happy too. This is 6 1/4 inches tall. It is glass with paper label, and I am going to give you a fantastic deal on this. So this particular bottle is, if I can get my Post-it notes all working, sometimes they stick together, is going to be $25, considering the damage and the fact that this is a harder piece to find. So $25 by giving me number 23. $25, number 23, for the Brer Rabbit gold label awesome molasses jar.
That's a killer piece. I love the bunnies on there. Well, you all know I have a pet bunny, so anything with rabbits on it appeals to me.
Yes. How's Dust Bunny doing?
She's her typical crazy self, sweet as all can be.
Has she eaten anything recently? Because Louie's been on an eating spree.
We give her Cheerios. She gets these little donut thingies that we buy for her. She loves cashews and dried cranberries. I mean, she loves anything, I think, that isn't like her grain or her lettuce or anything like that.
Yeah, Louie recently ate the insole of Jeffrey's shoe, so that was fun. Lori, congratulations. You are going to love this. This piece of packaging is fantastic. It's like one of my favorite things, which is, I love everything advertising, but that's fantastic. So I think you'll love that. Okay, my next item is inspired by Vinny, because of course I'm selling on his sale, so I have to have a little bit of kind of kitschy naughtiness is what I'm calling this a lot. Yes.
Please don't be like that teardrop thing that I sold a few years ago that I thought was so innocent and it wasn't.
It wasn't. No, this is not quite to that scale, but I think this is fun. I've got a lot of postcards for you.
That's
and
right.
I just think these are so fun. Oh, the catnip bag. Oh gosh.
Yeah, my dad gave her catnip for Christmas this year, and she just went all at it. And this time she decided to tear the bag it was in, and it's all over the place now in her cage.
Oh man, what a mess. Yeah, when I came in, and Louie also ate one of the sizer bands for my hats. Like when I get hats, sometimes they'll send you no, this isn't quite that. I think it's just more funny. You'll see in a minute. These are pretty tame. But she ate the rubber, they're like foam sticky things you put in the side of hats if they're too big, and you can size them down. And Louie ate like half of the roll, so that was fun. Okay, so my next item is a whole lot of fantastic postcards. And I got this from a gentleman that collected postcards. I bought over 750 postcards, and he titles this particular section of postcards Foolish. So these are foolish postcards for your consideration. And I think they're so fun. They just reminded me of Vinny. So this first one says, well, guess you just gotta live and learn. And it's a little doggo that has stuck himself with the cactus and is a little sad time. And the other dog, I love how judgy he is. He's just like, dude, why did you do that? Come on, man. he's just there giving the side eye. And then this has the scalloped edge. This one's not postmarked or signed, but I thought that would be really fun in a little summer display. This one also reminded me of Vinny because it's got a fabulous little lady on it. And it says, you are just my style, with the most derpy looking dog on the bottom. He is just awkwardly there, which I love him. The back is absolutely gorgeous. I think some of the backs of these postcards can be just as beautiful as the fronts. Look at that font on there. And then the stamps. I mean, they did all of this decoration where the stamps would go. It's just crazy to me. So this one's not filled out, but it's very fun and cute. This one says, I am very busy, and it has an angry man being stung by bees, which is also very for summer.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah, I love his top hat on the bottom. He's just like, oh no. So this was postmarked, I'm sorry, in 1906. You've got the original stamp there. And this was sent to a Miss Isabel Breyer in Hancock. I'm not sure where that is, Wisconsin, or some Anthem, Wisconsin, but somebody Hancock. So that's a
Almost
fun.
looks like Appleton, but I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe it is Appleton, because there is, I think, an Appleton, Wisconsin. Anyway, that's a cool one. And then this one's just kind of funny. It says, anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly is in a dynamite tube with a bottle of rye. He fell asleep drunk. So there he is in his little barrel. This is postmarked, I'm sorry, 1914. And this was sent to a Mr. Jesse. I can't read what that says, in Fremont, Michigan. And there's a whole little story on the back of this one. It says, well, Jesse, I guess something will join with his team. We will finish Tuesday is all okay from OB. I don't know who that is, but anyway, there's a fun little message you can decipher on the back. This is quite the lot. And then you're getting this one, which I think is fun. It's a little mischievous postcard. This one says, may the pleasures of youth never bring us pain in old age. And it's these like young guys putting dynamite under a man that's sleeping in a rocking chair. This one, these are just so wacky. I love them. They have a certain charm. This one's also postmarked. The stamp is upside down, and I know that there is something, postcard collectors out there, you can help me with this. There is something to the postage stamps being upside down, but I'm sorry, I don't remember what that is at the moment. This one's embossed, as you can see from the back, and it was sent somewhere to California. And then the last one in the lot, this one I just thought was cool because I know a lot of you guys love your babies and your cupies. And also this kind of fits into the Victoriana kind of medicine theme. So this just has all the things going for it. It says, may all your troubles be little ones. And it's this little crow doctor dude holding a stork. I mean, but he's almost got one of those Victorian plague masks on. And he's got the little top hat there and a little adorable baby in his stork beak, which is cool. And then it was sent, it says, from one of your schoolmates. And then that's the bottom. So that's interesting. Postmarked 1906. And also, I think, was sent to something in Wisconsin, to also a Hancock. So this might have come from some of the same collections. So you're getting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 postcards, 6 fantastic vintage postcards with some really funny and unique images on them. And if you would like these postcards, you can have them all for just $15. $15, number 40. $15, number 40 for 6 fantastic postcards, which is, I think, just under $2 a postcard. I can't remember, but it's a good deal. So you're getting all of these fabulous little images. This one's probably one of my favorites.
They're fun to frame and put up on the wall or just put in a booklet. I have a whole book of postcards and ephemera.
Yeah, they are really fun to frame. I actually have postcards framed in little gallery walls all over my house, and they're just great. Okay, I don't see anyone for the postcards. So, Vinny, yes, it's back to you.
Okay. Oh, I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to do the thingamajiggy, and I can't because I'm on YouTube, not on StreamYard. Okay, so it's back to me. Now I just got to decide what I want to sell here. Oh, so let's do, let's do these two. These are really fun. So I know we all love our Scotch tape tins, so I do have this one for y'all tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
With the yellow and the plaid. I know that this probably resembles more of a spring because this reminds me of the sun. So you can put that out. It does open nice and clean on the inside. And it even says, give you some taping tips on the inside, which I thought was really cool. And the front has just got some scratches, and of course the edges have, some issues with it because, this was opened and closed to get the tape out of it. But still a really cool piece nonetheless. And the 3M company was in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it's after 1963 because there is a 6-digit zip code. Right. So if you would like, and what did I do with the ticket? Oh, it's on there. I never took it off. The Scotch tape tin is $6, number 15. Oh, do you really, Catherine? That's cool. $6, number 15 for the Scotch tape tin.
Oh, that's awesome, Catherine.
Minnesota. It's almost like on the border of a Canadian accent, but not really. All right. I don't see any offers or interest in that, which is okay. We will come back to it. Next piece that I'd like to offer you all is a really cool tin. This is German made. This is a Mars Statler pencil box with the knight on it.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Now, I do want to note
a Roman helmet.
Yep. There is some rust right here. And the box is a little difficult to close and open just because of its age. But there are pencils in here. And you can display it like this with the label on it, possibly a Trojan. Hi, Nettie. How are you? But again, the lid is a bit difficult to close. You have to push in the bottom to get it to close. But that's still a really cool piece to display nonetheless. And if you would like, and I swear, nope, it's right in front of my face. I'm going to just put it on my water bottle so I don't keep losing the tags. So if you would like the Mars Statler pencil box, flaws and all, $10, number 19. $10, number 19. Pencils and the tin and all. Fantastic piece to display on a desk or even anywhere, really. I believe I see Elaine for that. Thank you.
That's a cool one, Elaine.
Isn't that cool? And it is back to you.
All right. So my next item is a really adorable book. And this is from the 30s. It is so Art Deco and just amazing. And the imagery in here is to die for. So this is a book called Health by Doing. And I found this in a very, very clean house that had a whole library full of books. And this is almost as if it came out of the factory yesterday. There might be just a little bit of foxing on the pages, but overall the spine and the cover is in fantastic condition. Check out that little Scotty dog with the sun and the kids running. I absolutely love this. The imagery in here, though, is so cool. Now, this was a library book for the state of Florida. You can see the inside cover there, but look at the graphics with the dog and the children. That's a big theme throughout the book. Let me see when this was published. 1936. So I've marked a couple of pages to show you because I think it's so cool. This is chock-a-block full, by the way, of fantastic images and graphics. And it's a whole book basically on, teaching kids good hygiene and health and, different things. And so this is Health by Doing, play outdoors. You've got the little kids on their sled, that cool image of the car with the girl in the yellow dress. It says a poor place to skate. So it's teaching you not to skate in the middle of the road. That's a pretty good, important thing to do. It says also, in cold weather, dress warmly and play outdoors. Get as much fresh air and sunshine as you can. Yep, when I was growing up, my stepmom would say, go outside and play. You're not sitting in the house all day. This one I think is great. What should you eat and drink? And it's got a little boy on the scale with a dog and a girl in a dress, which I just think is fabulous. It says, do you see anything funny about this? Is the little boy surprised? Be sure this does not happen when you get on the scales. So back then they were even commenting on weight and children, which is really interesting. This one says, care of your eyes, nature's greatest gift, the windows of the soul. And it's this little boy with his little camera with the bellows taking photos of his little dog doing tricks, which I just think is adorable. But that's just kind of a smattering of some of the tons of imagery that's in here. There's even something, the care of your ears, and there's like the pocket watch there. So there's all kinds of things, and there's little quizzes in here. Always be careful, safety at your school. So it's just, I mean, it's full of fantastic imagery. You could, make a junk journal out of this if you wanted, but I honestly just think it would be fantastic in a display. And of course, then the children playing in the back on the swing with the birds and the tree is everything. You could even prop this up in a little book stand if you wanted as well, just for the graphics on the back cover. I think it's wonderful. So if you are interested in this particular book, you can have it by giving me number 22. It's going to be $18. $18, number 22, for the Health by Doing book with the Art Deco graphics from 1936. It's pretty fabulous. Okay, I love the Scotty dog. Fala is in full swing. Health, Happiness, Success series. And I don't know, there might have been more than one of these, because it says it's a series. So I wonder what other books they probably would have had. KP, that is coming to you. Fantastic. You're going to love that book.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. KP Gunther. Excellent. Okay, and then my next item tonight is this really fantastic packaging lot. And this is kind of in honor of Christmas. I know we're just jumping into Easter and spring and all these things, but it's always good to get ahead and have kind of your displays planned out for the rest of the year. And I just thought this was a fun little lot because I love Starburst. And Starburst make the world go round. So this is a whole little vintage packaging lot featuring Starbursts and fun. So the first thing you're getting is this Lee Ward's glitter with the fabulous Starburst in pink. I love it. It's got the original price tag, although someone did use a Sharpie and write over that, sadly. And it's full of glitter. Now, I did some research because I know that Magpie Ethel and a couple of people do collect the vintage glitter jars. And a glitter jar of this size from Lee Ward's was selling something for like $50. It's crazy. So if you do crafting and you like the old glitter, this is a fantastic piece of packaging for you for your craft room, but you could actually use the glitter. It's very practical. And this is a great thing. So Lee Ward's, good catalog from back in the day. This one is probably 1960s. One, because of the graphics, but two, that 5-digit zip code came out in 1963. So we know it's after that. The next thing you'll be getting in this little lot is just this fantastic vintage light bulb box for Christmas C7.5 J lamps. Luster glow with all the little starbursts and that mid-century blue color, that aqua, which I just love. Someone also did write on the original price tag, and there's a little bit of wear to the corner of the cardboard, but overall it's in fantastic condition. You've got Starburst graphics pretty much all the way around the package, which is very cool. It says the new beauty in ornamental lighting. Paramount Luster Glow lamps gives new life to your tree. The beautiful new lustrous colors add an additional ornamental effect in daytime when lights are not lit. And this has the made in Japan. So this is probably straight, out of the 50s. And it still has light bulbs inside. But that's a cool piece of packaging. And then you'll be getting this sweet little postcard with this lot. And it says a happy new year. And it's got these sweet little babies or young girls in their snow outfits with all of the holly and the little clover. It's a Tux postcard, and it is filled out. It's heavily embossed. So I thought this packaging all kind of worked really well together for Christmas, but you could just use it in your craft room, or if you like Starburst like me, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you can keep it out all year round. So this fabulous little packaging lot can be yours for just $15. Steal of a deal here by giving me number 21. $15, number 21. I don't know, Elaine, if the light bulbs work. I don't know. I have no way of testing them. And I'll show them to you. There's different colors here. There's green. Let's see. Oop. Red. And it does look like Melody claimed that, but just so you guys can see the different colors in here. Green, I guess you could kind of look in and see if the filament's good. Some of them are more translucent than others, and the rest are all green in there, I believe. So there are light bulbs that you could put into your display. Melody, thank you so much. I think that this is a great lot. You're going to really enjoy that. Great claim. That postcard alone is fantastic. Okay, so those are mine, Vinny.
Okay. So this is a really interesting piece, and I think, let's just make sure that doesn't go flying. So I just thought that this was really interesting. This is a Jamal Waving Pads 10.
Ooh.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee.
So this could be used pretty much all year in displays because it's got very neutral colors on it. Let's see. I don't see a year on it anywhere. There's a lot of patents on it, but no year. I think you can still open it. Am I gonna have trouble with this like I did my other one? Nope. It opens up. So you could still use it. Just hope I don't struggle. So they say don't mess with some of these. But it still displays really nicely. It does have some issues because this is old. But if you collect hair items, this would be a fantastic piece to display with all of your hairpins and other items. It looks like they were sent everywhere. US, France, Belgium, Germany, Holland, Canada, Argentina, Spain, Union of South Africa, Australia, Romania, Great Britain, New Zealand, Japan, Italy, Yugoslavia, Switzerland, Denmark, Poland, Czechoslovakia.
Holy cow.
All over the place. That's where the patent.
They got around.
They did for sure. So if you would like the Jamal's Permanent Waving Pads 10 or box, this is going to be $18 and it's number 11. $18, number 11 for the Jamal's Permanent Waving Pads box or 10. Manufactured by the Marinello Corporation on West 46th Street in New York. I guess maybe to help get the wave in your hair. I have no idea.
It probably would be for that to get all the wave and the curls. They had all that curl set stuff. I don't know much about it, but probably was that. You could put any type of bathroom thing you want to in there. I use my dippity doo jar for my Q-tips, and I use that every day. So that's really fun.
For sure. So yeah, that is $18, number 11, if anyone would like that. Let's see, what else do we have here? So I don't usually pick up a lot of the velvet tobacco tins because they're pretty common. But this one I don't see too often. So this one has the pipe and the cigarette and a shield on the front.
Ooh, cool.
So I thought that was neat. And here's the back. And it even still has the tax stamp on it.
Oh, that's cool. Does it have a series number of any on the tax stamp?
Just says 2.
Sometimes they're broken off, but if you can find Series 100, you can date it because Series 100 started in 1930. And if you get Series 101, that's 1930, and so on until I think 52, but I'm not certain.
This says Canada, but it looks like the stamp was covered by something that said Canada. So it probably went all around the lid, and then over time it just kind of wore off over time. I don't think it does. No, it just smells like metal now, but I know you walk into a tobacco shop and the smell is amazing.
Yeah, I love the smell of cigars and old cigar boxes.
Very cool piece. So if you would be interested in this, I think is this a pocket tobacco tin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. So this would just slide right in the pocket on a gentleman's shirt and whatnot. If you would be interested in this piece, it is $10 and it's number 13. $10, number 13 for the velvet tobacco tin. Again, fantastic graphics on there.
Yeah, those are great graphics, and I love that gold.
Yeah, the gold, the colors and everything on here are in pretty good shape. I think I see Robert back in the day finds for that. Thank you so much. That goes to you. And those were my 2 this round.
Okay, well, I've got a really cool piece of local advertising to me, and I've actually had this in my office a while. So I'm excited to bring it to you guys because I keep looking at it, and I thought one day I'm going to bring it to a Vinnie sale. Well, here it is. Must be the theme of the sale, must be sort of this amazing aqua green color, because I have a lot of things with it and I just think it's fantastic. This is an old oil additive jar, the famous or hypo, and it actually is from Jacksonville, Florida, which is so cool. It's from the Noble Oil Products Company, Jacksonville, and I don't see a lot of Jacksonville pieces, so this is kind of neat. $1.50 is what this whole jar would have cost back in the day, and you've got the spout. Now, I don't know if this is how this originally came. Oh shoot! I just broke some of the cork off. I'm sorry. So I'm not going to try to pull any more of this out here. I don't know if this is how this originally came, but there is a cork here with a hole. So at some point, maybe it was just to keep the oil from leaking. It looks like maybe that this was added, but it has your typical oil pour spout and then it just screws on. So this is very clean inside. There is no oil. It has been completely cleaned out. So you could fill this with anything that you wanted to. And if you wanted to use it for some sort of oil in the kitchen, I don't see why you couldn't, because it's perfectly clean. But I mean, again, this just has a lot of display potential. And I think that this is probably from the 50s. It's molded glass, and then it has all of the embossed or printed on letters. And this is for cars, trucks, tractors, boats, and lawnmowers. And I think it's just got some fantastic graphics. So this would be great in a display. I actually have a old medical cabinet that I got from Jeffrey, and I've just been filling the shelves with all kinds of different themed items. And one shelf is nothing but handy oilers. And so this would be really cool, kind of mixed into your displays for a pop of color. So this is 8 3/4 inches tall, and I think that this is just fantastic. So if you are interested in the local hypo additive oil jar. You can have that. Oh, and I meant to show the car graphic because I love the little car with the dotted lines for the road. And then on the other side, there's a little motorcycle graphic. 7 wonders of lubrication, which is, I'm now reading that and thinking that's very funny. 7 wonders of
lubrication. We won't go down that rabbit hole.
It raises compression, reduces smoking, quiets engine noises, frees sticky valves, reduces friction, and saves repair bills. I'm gonna have Benny on dead on the floor. so bad. This, I know, Benny and I are terrible when we get together. Anyway, this fabulous oil additive jar can be yours for $18 by giving me number 24. $18, number 24 for the reduces friction jar.
Whatever reduces friction, I guess.
That's important, man. Okay, let's see. I see several people. I'm going to wait for your dad so that I don't get anybody.
If he's not laughing and he can't concentrate.
That's almost as bad as that tin you had last time that I got.
What tin was that?
I think it was something DP.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
That I think it was like DP brand. Something. I don't know. Anyway, it was very funny.
Oh my God.
Melody, congratulations. Yeah, that is a great jar. I can't wait for you to get that.
That's funny.
Fantastic.
Reduces friction.
Okay. My next item is really fun, and this is my only offer up for the sale. This is starting at $25. Okay. I figured that some more of you guys might be interested in this. I don't know how many sewers we have in our group or people that just love mother of pearl buttons. But I was at an estate sale randomly, actually. I just drove by and saw the sale. And there was a guy outside that had a whole bunch of suitcases from really high-end suitcase manufacturers that were custom made for this lady. And I ended up buying them all. They were from New York City. And when I got home, this one suitcase was really heavy. And I was like, why is this so heavy? And I opened it up to discover this amazing find. And what it is this old box.
Wow.
It's wooden. And let me tell you, it is, I just spilled some, chock-a-block full. And when I say chock-a-block, I mean chock-a-block. I'm not, see, I'm spilling them, so I don't want to. This is full of mother of pearl buttons, celluloid buckles. There are some mother of pearl buttons in here. There's some glass buttons. It is just amazing what is in here. And there are 4 of these really, really cool, almost, they look like flamingo color, kind of these peachy, really interesting little like mid-century modern buttons. There's 4 of them in there. And then there's just tons of gorgeous mother of pearl buttons. So I'll show you one here. You can see the shine on them. I mean, I know these mother of pearl buttons are quite popular and they're hard to find. So this is just full. I mean, there are tons of buttons in here. There's all kinds of little things. This is kind of a neat button. I see you, Karen. So this is fantastic. There's, I don't know how many shoe buckles are in here. There's celluloid. There's all kinds of, I'll get those in a minute. All kinds of little fun, like mid-century buttons straight from the 70s. This woman saved, I think, every button that probably came with any item of clothing, and she must have been a sewer. So I think this is so cool. And there's all kinds of little rhinestone buttons in here. It's chock-a-block full of, there's a few brooches down in the bottom. They do need a little bit of help. But they were in here as well. So there's some little star scatter brooches. It's just amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. Look at this button here. Oh man, the luster on that is just phenomenal. And like, there's several of these buttons as well. Yes, it is. This is made in Italy. Now there is a little wear because you're getting the box too. There is a little bit of wear on the box as well. So you can see that it's got that kind of delightful rusty look. But I do believe that this is made in Italy. Yes. There's a tag on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that right there, but Italy. It is wonderful. And then all of the belt buckles, the little buckles, there's all kinds of different shapes and sizes in these. Oh, I love these. I discovered them yesterday when I was going through here. There's some floral mother of pearl buttons in here as well. This has little black rhinestones. It's very brutalist looking to me. And I'm just trying to show you all of them. But if I tilt this, it's very hard to see. Lots of little textured buttons. I mean, this is just full of all kinds of amazingness. So if you sew, craft, love buttons, want to fill mason jars with buttons and put into your displays, this is definitely the kind of thing that you will enjoy. And also, I think these kinds of things are fun to just, hi, Gabby. These are just so much fun to spread out on a table and just spend an afternoon with a cup of coffee going through all the buttons and sorting. I love this kind of stuff. So this is an amazing box. You're getting all of them. There's some mother of pearl buckles, like I said. There's some fabulous, tons of mother of pearl buttons, all kinds of little interesting bits and bobs. So you are getting this whole lot. I see Gabby in at 60, so we'll go ahead and start the countdown at this. On this piece at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid it. And I mean, there must be hundreds of buttons in here. Really amazing. Oh, look at this one just kind of came back to the surface. There's several of these, and I think they're really cool. There's so many little buttons in here to play around with. Just really fun stuff. So that's exciting. And I see the sold Melody. Congratulations. That is headed to you for $63. You are going to love this lot. It is so cool. I'm glad it's going to a good home. All right. Thank you, Melody. I'll pick up the buttons I spilled on the floor. All right. And I think that's my two, Vinny.
Okay. That was a great lot.
Yeah, that was
so
many buttons.
Okay. So I think let's do these. So I shared these. I think I shared these in the preview. So this is a Candettes. This is a throat lozenge tin, much smaller than what we know of throat lozenges today. This one's really cool with the white and the red and the blue.
And the little envelope. That's neat.
Actually, it's more of an orange. Yeah, it's more orange, not red. Here's the back. That's definitely an orange color. And it does slide open somewhat. And this was made by Pfizer Laboratories. I had no idea that Pfizer had been around this long. It somewhat slides open. So you could put pins in here. I mean, it's a very useful tin. I just got to be careful putting that back on. That didn't even go on the lid properly. Okay, there we go. Now it's back on properly. Very cool piece. And if you would like this piece, it is, despite some of the, flaws and whatnot, it's $10 number 5. $10 number 5 for the 10 antibiotic Candettes throat lozenges 10. I think I see Melody for that. Thank you very much. And running with the throat lozenges tin. I have one that's actually brand new and never been opened. They're still in there. I don't know if they are still good. I probably wouldn't eat them, but unused, still in the original box. Got the seal on it. And this one says, companion product to famous iodine gargle. And I love the contrast of the green and the yellow and the brown. I think that's great for spring. Colors are fantastic on this. And this one too is $10. And this one is number 16. $10, number 16 for the Isodettes. Oh, this says 1938 in Canada on the side. Probably going to be hard to see, but that does say 1938.
With the colors, the blue and the yellow.
Patented 1938. And Melody takes that one as well. Thank you. So those were my two this round.
Okay, those are some great tins. And going off of the tin theme that Vinny has, I have several lots actually tonight of tobacco tins, which you know are near and dear to my heart. I think they're just fantastic. I have a whole cabinet of them. And these I picked up because I think the graphics are fabulous. So you're getting this whole lot. This one's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is J. Wright and Company, Pride of Virginia, with the kind of pinwheel, almost peacock-like design with the fan and the feather. And it's got its original tax stamp. Now, this one, I didn't see a series on, so I couldn't quite date this, but it does have some really great detail on the tax stamps. I think some of these old tax stamps are just so beautiful. Now, this one is a little harder to get open. I can get it open, but it does take a little while. You can see there's a little bit of wear to this one, but the display ability of it is still fantastic. The front's great. You've got some teal colors with some of that maroon and pink. It's just so lovely. And I can imagine this in a display. It sits up really nicely on its side. And in the lot, you're also going to get a complimentary tin, which is the classic Piper's Heindick chewing tobacco with the champagne bottle spraying. I think this is so fun. And it does open up. And I saw somebody on Instagram. Now, this is a little bit more rusted on the inside, but I saw someone on Instagram do something really cool with these. And it's kind of like the Socrates tins that people are using, or the old Altoid tins. They filled this with a little palette, and then they used it in the bottom with watercolors, and they actually take this as a little traveling paint palette. And when they go out to a city or in a park or something, they can paint or sketch or draw, and everything's just confined to the little tin. And I just thought that was so cool. So the possibilities of using these beyond just a cool advertising display piece, which is always a great choice, are really endless, because you can do a lot with these with the hinged lid. You can even do little assemblages with photos. It's all about kind of getting creative with your vintage tins. And then the third one that you're going to get is JD Best. JD Dill's Best with the Fabulous Lady in honor of Vinny. It does have its tax stamp from 1910 on it, series 1910. Oh yes, Gabby, if you would like the postcard lot, absolutely, that can be yours. Fantastic. So Gabby, that is not claimed, and that is headed your way. All right, so this is a yellow 10 with the little Fabulous Lady. She's just great, and I love the gold detailing. And it does open up. There is a little bit of wear to these, as you know, tins didn't always survive over time. So they've got that vintage patina that we love with these, but I think they're great. Rubbed and cubed cut tobacco. This is one of those pocket tins. So you're getting all three of these fabulous tobacco tins in this lot here. And if you would like these tins, they can be yours for Let me just check my notes here. I have 2 sticky notes with the tag on them here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I thought so. All right. So all of these can be yours for $15 by giving me number 31. $15, number 31 for the fabulous lot of tobacco tins. I think they're really great. All right. Yep. I love these. Let's see. Gabby, have a good time tonight. She's out at a show tonight, so I hope you enjoy that. Let's see. I will wait for your dad. Isabel, congratulations. This lot is headed your way. I think you're really going to like this. This is a killer grab. Isabel. All right. Fantastic. And then my next piece is this wonderful piece of advertising. I have an affinity for these celluloid pocket mirrors. I don't know about you guys, but I just think they're awesome. They're like little works of art in a small mirror, and they don't take up a lot of space, which is wonderful if you love to collect, but are slowly running out of room. So this is a new little addition that you can have that won't take up any room at all. So this is 3.5 inches in size. And this is for the Transo Original One-Piece Window Envelope Company, Chicago, Illinois. Envelopes for every purpose. Isn't that fantastic? And this does not have a 5-digit zip code. So I do believe it's pre-1963. The font on envelopes and purpose to me is just everything. It does have a little wear on the mirror, but overall in fantastic condition. Just needs a little bit of cleaning, but it's fabulous. And these things are kind of hefty, but you could use them if you wanted to. And then this piece here is celluloid. So I just think they're so great and they look awesome in the display. I actually use some of those picture frames, the little picture holders, and I set them up and pop them for little bits of color and height variance in my displays. And I just think they're great. They're really cool pieces. And this celluloid advertising mirror is going to be a steal of a deal tonight for you guys. So this is $25 by giving me number 26. $25 by giving me number 26 for the killer Transfo Envelope Company celluloid advertising mirror. I love these things. I just think they're so fabulous.
The colors on that, the black, the white, and the red just pop. Good for Halloween.
They do. Great for Halloween. And the little border around the outside is awesome. So I think this is fabulous. Please refer to the chat.
She said refresh.
Oh, please refresh the chat. I'm sorry. All right. I don't see anybody for that, which is okay. So we can bring that back another time. And those are my 2, Vinny.
Okay. All right. So let me bring myself over. I'm on YouTube again. I'm not doing it. Okay. So I do want to just let everyone know here. Oh, it's okay. I can mention it now. So I think the message went away, but I'm looking on here. Dad wanted me to let y'all know that he is doing I think it's a whatnot sale tomorrow. I think it's all hankies if y'all are interested in that. I think, Dad, you'll have to put it in because the message disappeared. It's at 3 p.m. I think tomorrow, Sunday. Or maybe it's at 1. I can't remember. The message went away. And then he has I think it's a photo, like an antique photo sale on Wednesday. And he's on Whatnot, by the way. He does really well over there. So if you like hankies and old photographs, I would definitely recommend checking out his Whatnot page. I think I have it down in the description. Let me see if I do. I think I do. Maybe I don't. But it's on my other, my other live stream. So if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to do so. Yep, 3 tomorrow, hankies and linens, and then your Whatnot show is Wednesday at 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm telling you, the message disappeared. I think that's what it is. So if y'all don't follow him on Whatnot, please do.
That's awesome, Vinny. I'm glad your dad's doing that.
He's loving it too. He's doing it. Oh, Wednesday at 11. Okay. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. is the hanky and linen, and then Wednesday at 11 is the antique photograph sale. So please make sure y'all go over there to Whatnot if you haven't done so already, and follow him, check him out. He's trying to do sales every week if he can. And of course, you know, you just never know what he's going to find. He's like me. You just don't know. It's always a mystery.
Vinny, I'm just popping over to turn on my light. So if I disappear for a minute, I'm not
Oh,
gone.
no problem. I've had to pop off a few times to do a few things. All right, so this is really cool. I love this hunter green color. This is for Palmolive aftershave talc, made by the Colgate Palmolive Company, which we all know and still buy their products today. I don't think they make this anymore. I think a lot of the talcum powders nowadays are discontinued because they do cause cancer in men. So they don't issue this anymore. There's still powder in here, so if you wanted to use it, you absolutely could. I want to say that this is maybe 60s, although there's not a zip code on here, so maybe it's pre-60s, but there's a plastic lid on here. But I love the hunter green color mixed with the gold. I think that that's just a really cool color combo. Here's the Colgate mark.
Too.
And if you would like the Colgate Palmolive aftershave talc, definitely 50s, because based on the font of that, I think that's definitely like 50s.
Yeah.
Maybe even early 60s, like pre-63. But this piece, if you're interested, is $12, and it's number 9. $12, number 9, for the Palmolive talc for men.
Disclaimer, use at your own risk of cancer.
Right.
The word after, that font, reminds me a lot of some of those vintage shaving razors you'd see, electric ones in the little containers. They have a very similar font. They're super cool.
They do, yep. And then my next item, this is really cool. This is a Gentle Clean hand cleaner tin.
Ooh.
I love the white and the blue contrast of the colors. I think it's just amazing. This one I think you can open up. Oh, yep, it opens up. It's a little bit doity on the inside, but that's okay. It is a little bit scratched up, but it would make a great riser if you're going to display other things on it. This is the better side, if you ask me. And this piece, if you are interested in it, is $12 as well. And it's number 2. $12, number 2, for the Gentle Clean hand cleaner. And I think this one too, oh no, this one's got a zip code, so it's after 1963. But still just a fantastic color combo. And again, because it is flat on the top, you can display other things on it. And this was made by the Gentle Clean Products, Inc. in York, Pennsylvania. I see Robin for that. Thank you very much. All right, and I think those were my 2 this round.
All right. Great packaging, man. Some of these old tins are just so cool. And I've got another tobacco tin for you. This is Bagley's Wild Fruit. It is amazing to me how in a sea of different tobacco products back then, they had to set themselves apart by coming up with a creative name that often had nothing to do with the tobacco itself. Although wild fruit, I guess you could say maybe some tobacco has a certain flavor maybe, but that's the only correlation I could come up with in my mind. But I just think it's so cool. And this is a countertop, I believe, a countertop display.
Oh,
And this one's just awesome. Now it has a little bit of wear, but the tax stamp is still there. Look at the side of this. Like I would even display the side. It's just that gorgeous. And it says for smoking and chewing, union made. It has the original tax stamp, the gorgeous yellow and red colors. It displays really nicely on the front. The back does have a little bit of wear. It has been well loved and used. I would say that this is an earlier 10. So probably, you know, based on the imagery on this tax stamp, I would say early 1900s probably for this 10 would be my best guess on age. I don't have the full tax stamp to date it, but I just think that this is fantastic. And like Vinny mentioned, these are fantastic risers for things. The other idea that I have and use in my own space with tobacco tins is the hinged lids are great for magnetizing things. So I have a bunch of little magnets, small ones you can buy like a pack of 100 on Amazon for like $6 or $7. And I collect the tobacco tags that were imprinted in chewing tobacco. They're metal. And I just line the lids of a couple of tobacco counter displays and magnetize them to the top. So they make a really cool display because you can leave them open. But you could do that with photographs or postcards, set stuff inside, or use the top as a riser. It's just really great. The colors on this one are fun. And the top is very displayable and very nice. With some great patina around the sides. So if you are interested in this Bagley's wild fruit, and this one's not super common, it's not hard to find by any means, but it's definitely not super common. You can have this for $15 by giving me number 33. $15, number 33 for the Bagley's wild fruit tobacco with just some fabulous graphics. Flake cut. Love it. Love, love, love this one. I think it's great. And I see you, Robert. Fantastic. That is headed your way. You're really going to love that one. Okay. Let's see here. Let me write that down. Robert. Excellent. Okay. And then my next item is another spaceman bottle. I think these are so cool. This one's the Space Ace. And it is in red with the Saturn logo, of course, the Galaxy company that did the syrups, cherry for the flavoring all the way around the outside. And I love these because there's so much detail to them. Like even the little, I don't know if these are like ears or the earmuff things are embossed, you know, into the jar. I mean, there's so much. And then it says rocket jets, like on the back where the jet packs are. These are just so cool. Now you could fill these with water and food coloring if you wanted to, and like pretend there's syrup inside just to give it a little extra something. But even the sides, I mean, look at the hands. They're like little space guys. And then he's got, what is that he's holding? It looks like a fireman's hose, but I know that's probably not it. He's holding something. But I think these are fabulous. New old stock. These guys are fantastic. Love the red color because, again, great for Christmas, but he's got blue eyes, so you could pop him in a 4th of July display, add some height to things that you're doing. And I just think it's fabulous. These were actually manufactured by the Owens, Illinois company. That's the glass manufacturer there on the bottom, I believe. Okay, so if you would like this little spaceman, he is excited and ready to fly to your home with his jetpacks. You can have him for $35 by giving me number 30. $35, number 30 for the Galaxy Space Ace in the cool red color. All right. And I see Lori for that one. That is so cool, Lori. You're going to have a set, and I love it. I think they're great. Okay, let me put you down for that. Excellent. And those are my two, Vinny.
Okay. All right. So this is really fun. Oh, let me take my tag off of here. So this is a piece of plastic. Oh, let me hide the current comment. So this is for Bab-O cleanser. And this is a pink, I guess this is probably a holder for it. And on the bottom, it says This dispenser exclusively designed for Bab-O cleanser, and it's pink. So you could fill this up with Comet cleaner nowadays if you wanted to use it, or anything. Let's see. So it unscrews. This is what the bottom looks like. Okay, that's very, very that's very loud. That sounds like a clown car.
It does sound like a clown car.
It's horrible. You know what? Let me just mute myself so I don't give anybody earache. My goodness. Yeah, that was loud. That was definitely clown car, like horn loud. But yeah, it does screw back on there. It is pink. It would go great in the bathroom if you collect stuff like this. Probably from the 50s or 60s, I would say. And if you would like the Bab-O cleanser plastic container, sorry.
Your dad. I feel you. I'm not a big clown person.
Can you have one sale where you don't mention or show clowns? But anywho, if you would be interested in the Bab-O cleanser container, it is $12 number one. $12 number one for the Bab-O cleanser container. And it's pink.
That's a cool one. I love that mid-century pink.
It looks like it goes to Robin. Thank you. And I see Val popped in. Hi, Val. Welcome aboard. I'm sorry you had to work late. Right. Fantastic. Now we'll go ahead and let's do a set of these because I think these are fun. I know that people do like the copper for mid-century and also for industrial. I have this set of salt and pepper shakers.
Ooh.
This one does have more wear to it than the other one, but they are still functional nonetheless. The lids come off and you can use them. They are a fun set. You could just have them on display, or if you wanted to use them, you absolutely could. So like I said, there is wear to each of them. But those are fantastic. And if you would like these for your Hoosier, or if you collect the copper stuff from the mid-century era, mid-century and 60s era, this set is $10 and it's number 8. $10 number 8 for the copper colored salt and pepper shakers, the taller set. Oh, that's not right. For that set. And then I'm going to show this because I think this is really awesome. I shared this in the preview. So this is a bottle of Aerowax red oil polish.
That is killer.
And this piece, when I purchased it, the dealer's tag said that this was, I think, bought from an estate. Oh, Elaine takes number 8. Thank you. Will it go in the box? So they said that this was bought from an estate that I guess they just used it for display purposes. And the label's in pretty good condition overall. I mean, it's going to have its normal wear and tear, but it's still there. And there is still some of the oil polish left in there, so I can probably just empty it out if somebody wants, because I don't know that this would be problematic with the post office. That's why I usually dump contents out, even though I know some people would prefer to have the original stuff in there. But you could legitimately fill this up with water and put red food dye in it once you get it to give it that original look. So this piece is amazing. There is no date on it, but I do not see any zip code of any kind. And if you would be interested in this piece, it is $24 and it's number 14. $24, number 14 for the Aerowax red oil polish fantastic for any patriotic holiday to put out, or if you collect the wax bottles, so the oil polish bottles.
And it's almost kind of deco and beehive all in the same, like, the
It
beehive
is for sure.
deco, which is cool.
And I won't open it up and smell it.
Yeah, probably not a good thing to do on that one.
No, for sure not. Oh, fantastic, Elaine. He's going to love it. So again, yeah, that is $24, number 14, if anyone is interested in it. Let's put you down before that sticker goes flying off. And those were my two.
Fabulous. Gosh, that bottle is just so awesome. Okay, my next item is Deco, and I think that this is fantastic. And this has a little bit of wear to it, but I think the patina is what really tells the story and makes this piece for me. And this is a Hollywood makeup mirror.
Oh.
It's so Deco. It's so fabulous. It has this more strong mirror that can be removed out of the way. And the really cool thing to me about this is at one point, it would have had a light bulb. So if you are in the business of rewiring things and you want to make a killer light for your bathroom, this definitely is the piece, because the holder is already here and it's ready to go. And you could get a pre-made wired cord and just pop it in here and screw in a small light bulb and you'd be good to go. I am a sucker, y'all, for paper labels that are just foil and fabulous. And this one is foil and fabulous. It has a little bit of wear, but see, it says Hollywood makeup mirror in that Deco font. That's just everything. If I could have a whole wall of these small framed paper tags, I would. They're just amazing. So this mirror, let me measure it for you. It's just a perfect little small mirror. And actually, it's still very practical. The mirror works great. So if you are someone that likes to get ready in the morning and you need that extra magnification, this would be a great thing for your makeup applications as well, or shaving, or, whatever you want to do, or just a cool display piece in your bathroom. So this is 8.5 inches by about, let's say, 5 at its widest point. So it's just a little demure piece that can easily be tucked away under the sink if you need it, or you can put it into your displays. And the mirror does need a little bit of clean because I've been touching it here, but I think that the Deco lines on this with the black are fabulous, and the patina is just awesome. I'm a big fan of patina. Okay, so if you would like this Hollywood makeup mirror, you can have it for $18 by giving me number 35. $18, number 35 for the makeup mirror. And this thing is just so cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I saw one at an antique mall when Scott was here, and it had everything, the whole 9 yards, everything. And it was just so stinking cool. I would have bought it if it wasn't like $175.
Yeah. Some of them get kind of pricey. So
just
that's
to have one of
a good piece.
would be killer. I would love that for for any display.
It would. They're great in the bathroom. I'm a big fan of using your vintage, living with your vintage, and enjoying it. Okay, my next item is for this really cool green jar. It's actually for ant killer, but you could put this into a Halloween display, looking ahead already to Halloween. But I just think the embossing, the shape, and the color is everything. So this is this jar here. And I love it's different because it's rounded on the back, but then flat on the front. And it's this really incredible green color. It is Ant Killer, Antirol Ant Killer, Boyle Midway Incorporated out of Los Angeles, California. And I guess that you'd lay it on this side. And then I'm assuming that the ants would actually like crawl in there. But whatever is in here is completely dried up. And I don't think I can get the lid off, but I just think that the color on this is fun. And if you have a little spooky display or, a hardware industrial display, this would be a great little addition to that to add some variance in height. And also the green color is great for spring. It's also good for Christmas. It has a lot of possibilities as well. Yeah, ant killer, not aunt killer. We do not want that. We want ant killer.
No.
Okay, so this fabulous little green jar can be yours for $12 by giving me number 37. $12, number 37 for the embossed green little ant killer jar, which is just so cool. It's little too. It's a great size. It is 2 3/4 inches in size. Okay, Melody, congrats. That is headed your way. That's a good one. You're going to really enjoy that. All right, and those are my two, Vinny.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I have another set of salt and pepper shakers. These are much smaller. These were made by Colorcraft, and they're stamped on the bottom to the metal. It says Colorcraft USA. Both are in good condition. I think the lids come off of here just fine, and they do. And I don't see any major dents or dings. So they're going to be a little bit dirty because they are, from the 50s or 60s. For this set, it is going to be $10, number 4. $10, number 4 for the Colorcraft USA salt and pepper shakers. Plastic lids. Again, $10, number 4 for those. And then, let's do this. So this one is going to be a little bit heavier because you can't take the putty out of here because it's hardened over the years. This is another one of these, and I believe I've sold this before. This is Colco stainless putty with the seal on it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Now, like I said, this one's definitely got some weight to it because I can't pull the putty out to make the can much lighter. But honestly, you can use this as a paperweight because of the weight of it. Very cool piece. And as you can see, the label is, it's dirty and worn because it's older, of course. It says it contains 1 pound of putty, but we all know that it's going to be a lot heavier because of the hardening of the putty. Anywho, if you would be interested in the Colco putty tin, that is also $12, and it's number 17. $12, number 17 for the Colco stainless putty can. I guess you can call it a can. It said, seal it tight as a drum. That's kind of catchy. Seal it tight as a drum. Right, again, that is $12, number 17, if anyone is interested.
Vinny, I don't know what the procedure is for this, but if no one is interested, please put me down for that. I love it.
All righty.
Oh, I don't want to take it away from someone in the chat.
Oh, I think Jeffrey came in for that one.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Jeffrey, that's a killer get. Good grab.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I think those were my two this round.
No, Jeffrey, I don't want to take it from you. You love this, so I don't want to. I came in a little bit late, and I'm also selling, so that's. I want to make it fair for everybody. So you enjoy that. Okay, my next item is a whole lot of Petrolea. And it's a little dark in here because my one light keeps going out. So I'm very sorry about that. But this is a fun little lot, and I think it's awesome. Oh, that's a great gift, Jeffrey. You will love it. That's fantastic. Yes, definitely perfect for you. Okay, so this is kind of a fun little petrol lot if you love that kind of stuff like I do. And the first thing you're getting in this lot is this standard car parts jar. Now, these would have been sold
Ooh.
on a rack. There would have been like a big rack with a bunch of these different jars, and then the car part number on top of the jar. There's some very Deco lines on here with the standard motor products. I believe that this is the Standard Oil Company. So you can research when the Standard Oil Company became different things over the years. The lid is a little bit rusted, but it does come off, and there are still car parts. Now, I don't know enough about cars to tell you what these things do, but they are here. It's some sort of brush set. I have no idea what that means, but it is fabulous. And they all have copper wires, so you could definitely do something cool with the copper. It's embossed there, motor, standard products, and it's just very cool. The second thing you're getting, and I think these are so awesome for a flat lay display, if you do those, is this number wheel from an old gas pump that would have told you, the price or the amount of gallons that you're getting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Part of that, and it's black and cream and kind of white colored, so it's really fun to display. You could display it that way, or do all kinds of things with this. This just has honestly so much potential. It's killer. And then the third thing that you're getting in this lot is a Brer Perfect Mason oiler jar. So this would have been in a caddy, and they would have had the oil in it. There probably would have been 6 of them, and then you could pour the oil for cars. So it's got the spout. It doesn't have any advertising other than the really cool embossed mason jar. So I think that this is a killer little lot of Petrolea if you love that kind of stuff like I do. Great in industrial themed displays, and I think they're awesome. So if you would like this whole lot, it can be yours for $25. $25 for the whole lot of Petrolea goodies.
That's a steal for that.
Yeah, it really is, because this jar alone would be probably $25+. It's really great, and this does have someone put some sort of like sticker on it, but I just love it. I think that this is a fantastic little lot there.
And they reproduce the lids for those, because I see there's some people here who have tons of like the reproduction stuff, even the reproduction mason jars with those on it.
I'm sorry, Melody, I messed that up. It's going to be $25 by giving me number 38. $25, number 38 for the jars. And yeah, they do reproduction lids. I believe that this one is original. It has the seam, and then this came in a caddy, and you can just tell that this is older. It's still, got that look. Oh, and it's also embossed.
That gives it the age.
Yeah, I think the reproductions don't have this embossed, so it's very cool. Okay, I think I see Lori Perry for that one.
Yeah, I think Lori for that one.
Okay, Lori, congratulations. That is a great grab. And then my next item is another lot of fabulous tins. These are tobacco tins, and I think they have some great graphics. Lots of patina, which just makes it, I think, really fun. This is a lunchbox pail, and this is the first one in the lot. This is for a Union Leader cut plug with the eagle, so again, great with 4th of July. Coming up later on in the year. The side display is just a little better. But these lunchbox pails got their name because kids would often be sent to school, or even adults, with their lunch in these after people use the tobacco. Now, this does have a little bit of wear. It's been around the block a while. This is probably from the early 1900s, but this closure works really well, so you could definitely store stuff inside of here. It has its handle. A lot of times you find these and the handles are gone. So it's just a fantastic little piece of advertising. And then with it, you're going to be getting 2 other tins. So you're going to be getting the Kentucky Club with the fabulous razor. And you know, it's funny, when I first started getting into Tobacciana, these were pretty common to find. Now they're becoming even more expensive. So definitely, I think it's good to get these while you can, because soon I don't think they're going to be as common. And then this is fabulous. Now this has a little bit of wear, but this is a harder one to find. This is Golden Scepter. And yes, this has a lot of wear, but it needs love. And I think it's just in the right kind of Victorian, chippy, rusty, shabby display. This would just be fantastic. It's a hinged box. It does have its little lid here. So this, considering the condition on some of these tins, I'm going to give you guys a fantastic deal. This, including the lunch pail, is going to be just $15. $15 for the whole lot of tins by giving me number 50. Number 50
Wowzer.
for all of these fabulous tins for just $15. And that is a great deal, considering that this one's pretty hard to come by. Okay. So we're going to see who picks that guy up. All right. And I'll wait for your dad, but I think right now Robin is the person that's getting those. So congratulations, Robin. That is a wonderful little lot of tins.
That's a steal, especially for that Union Tobacco one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Union one is good, and it's bigger, and those lunch pails can go pretty high on their own. So that's a great grab.
Absolutely.
Okay, so those are my two items, and I think it's back to you.
Okay. All right. So what have I not shown? All right. So my next two items are some cans for wood floor and for furniture. So this is a Stanley Furniture Cream can. This is from 1950.
Oh, wow.
Stanley right on that. And it says copyright 1950. It is empty. As you can see, the top has seen better days. It's rusty and whatnot, but it still displays really nicely. Love that. And if you would be interested in this piece, even with all of its flaws and whatnot, it is $12, number 18. $12, number 18 for the Stanley Furniture Cream can. That's just awesome. Again, it's from 1950. I think I see Jeffrey for that one. Thank you very much.
That's a great one, Jeffrey.
And then the next one, ooh, I just popped that right back into place. This one I think is a little bit newer. I think probably from the 60s or the 70s. This is Wood Cream Buffable Floor Wax. Cleans as it waxes. Slip resistant, it's also 1 quart. Cyanamid, Household Products Department by the American Cyanamid Company in Wayne, New Jersey. Or maybe it's a little bit older than I think, because there's no barcode on it. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Lisa.
But maybe they still make this today. I don't know. I don't think they do, but there's no zip code on here at all. So I have a feeling that this is pre-63. It could be 1963 or older. Anywho, this tin, if you're interested, is also $12, and it is number 10. $12, number 10. And by the way, this is empty. So if you wanted to just display the can, you absolutely could.
I love the yellow color with the parquet flooring. It's really rich.
It is, and it would be so great for spring and summer displays. So again, that is only $12, number 10, if you were interested. And again, it's empty, so you could just display it, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg to have it shipped to you either. And those were my two this round.
All right. Well, my next item is a fantastic camera. And I really love these old Bakelite cameras because they're fabulous in displays stacked on a top of books. You could do that. They just really add a little pop of something, as you can see. If you got a barrister case, they're great in there. This one has the flash. It is a Brownie Hawkeye camera, and these were made between 1949 and 1961, but the flash model was introduced in 1950 called the Brownie Flash. And I love the little nameplate on the bottom. So this is the Brownie Flash. It has the flash with it, which is really cool because I have seen many people, including myself, turn these into lamps. So if you're looking to do a cool little DIY project, I can get you hooked up with the kit. So if you want the kit, I can include it with this. Just email me. I think that's like $5 extra, but we can talk by email if you want that. But I'm happy to source the pieces for you to do it. But they're very cool, and you can turn the socket, this flash up here into a socket and run the cord out of the back. And this can be a really fantastic lamp for you in your house. If you're up for a little fun project, it's pretty easy to do. And it's really fun to do these camera conversions, as I call them. But this one's great. I have no idea if it actually does work. I know there are people that will use these and actually shoot content with them. I did check all the buttons, and they do rotate and turn. So I'm assuming with the right things, possibly you could get this to work, but I think it's more of a really cool display piece. Seriously, my grandmother took my graduation picture in the 70s. What would the film have been, Katie? 360? I wish I knew more about the film for these cameras. I honestly do not. But I know several people that could hook you up with the right film if you're interested in that or you want to know more about it. They are some great accounts on Instagram that do old cameras. Here is the Kodalite flash holder reflector with all the information that you would need. I think the graphics on that are really great. So if you're interested in this fabulous little Brownie Hawkeye flash, you can have this for $18 by giving me number 32. $18, number 32. These are just fantastic little display pieces, and it still has its handle, which you often find broken off of these little Bakelite models. So these are fun. Okay. Now let's see. Lisa, thank you so very much for that. Lisa, do let me know if you are interested. I can hook you up with doing a light kit if you want, and if you are not, that's totally fine. It's a great display piece, but I just wanted to offer it to people that might be a little a little scared. It might seem a little daunting to go to the store and pick out the parts yourself. So, okay, yes, I will add the light kit. Fantastic. I'll put that in. It's great. All right, my next item is this fabulous 3 states mixture 10.
Ooh.
Virginia and Louisiana. You've got the blue, that light blue with the orange is quite striking. It was made by the Harry Wessinger Tobacco Company, the American Tobacco Company itself. And it's just got some great graphics, as you can see all the way around. I love the detail on the side. 3 states, absolutely purest and the best. This is not, it does not have its tobacco, tax stamp anymore, but the inside is relatively clean and ready for any of your creative displaying. It is a great tin that will sit up all by itself. And if you are interested in the 3 states mixture, again, another good one that's becoming harder to find, you can have it for just $18 by giving me number 36. $18, number 36 for the absolutely fabulous 3 states mixture 10. And this probably would have been a counter display as well, because it's a little bit bigger than your average pocket size. Okay, let's see. Yeah, great box. Isabel, fantastic. That is coming to you. Thank you, Isabel. That will be great with your other tobacco tin. You got a little collection going there, which is fun. Okay, those are my two, Vinny.
Okay. So I did get a request for, I think it was for this. Let me make myself big here. So this is for a blue and white and I guess silver model.
That is slick.
It is. I love this though. The picture of the housewife up there.
Oh yeah, that's everything.
This does not have a year on it. It's a Stanley Home Products Inc. in Westfield, Mass. Made in U.S. This was cleaned out. Still smells a little bit like the polish, and this is actually not a bad smell. This I can smell, but it was very, like when I went to clean it out, it was very gunky. Like it literally took a lot of hot water and swishing it around just to liquidize it so I could dump it out. But this is a great one. Again, it is worn because it is an older piece, but it displays really nicely. I love that design there. Forgive the glare because it is a shiny metal. And if you would like this piece, oh, and by the way, it even has a really cool lid that says Stand Home on it. Very cool. That is $12, number 17. $12, number 17 for the liquid silver polish by Stan Home. It says a Stanley Home product. I think I see Old Hadley for that. Thank you very much. Great, great piece. I'll put that in my sold pile. The text words right here. I think it's right here. Yeah, that's for this. Just that on here. Someone did buy that too. All right. So the next item that I have, but I think I may have counted too much. This is awesome. So I love finding these moth tins for your closet.
Oh, me too.
Let's see if I can remove this because my tag is being stubborn. Oh, did she really, Jeffrey? That's awesome. So this one, here's what it says. It says Expello. Kills moths, worms, and it hangs in the closet, and it's refillable. Unfortunately, I don't have the hanger for it, but it would be a great display piece for your risers. And this one is dated 1946. Love that green color. That would just make a fantastic display in a Hoosier cabinet or in any other collection. And you can put other things on top of here because it has a spot for like I guess for refills and such, but such a cool piece.
Gosh, that color is just everything.
I know, I love it. And if you would like the Expello moth tin in green from 1946, it is $12, number 17.
Look at the image on the back.
$12, number 17 for the Expello tin. Yeah, this is a cool one of the lady in the closet.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I think I see Melody for that one. Thank you very much. And I believe those were my two this round.
Somehow, Vinny, I don't know what I did, but I'm wondering if that was my last item. Let me just count for a moment.
You know what? It may have been mine too. I think I may have had one too many.
I have 20, but would you like me to go back over a few things that are still available for folks while I'm here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. So I have this fabulous Hollywood Theatrical Cold Cream, Hollywood Extra 10, still available. It's a glass jar. That could be cleaned out if you wanted to put something in it, but it's embossed Hollywood Extra along the side with this great green teal color. I absolutely love this from the 50s. And if you would like this fabulous little piece of advertising, It can be yours for $20 by giving me number 25. $20, number 25, a little great jar. Imagine paying 39 cents for this whole kit and caboodle back in the day. That's just crazy. Okay, and then I also have this wonderful, oh, Jeffrey, I see you. Thank you so much. You are going to love that. That is a really cool piece. Okay. All right, that is headed your way. My next piece here is this fabulous celluloid advertising mirror. It is for Transo envelopes, but we manufacture envelopes for every purpose. The Transo Envelope Company, and it is a pretty big celluloid mirror. It's not one of the smaller ones, so it's a good size. It is 3.5 inches. I love the little stripe detailing around the circle on the outside. It just really makes it. So if you are interested in this mirror, this can be yours for $25, and just give me the letter M. $25, letter M, for the celluloid advertising mirror if you're interested in that. And let me see. I also have available still this fantastic Hollywood mirror, Art Deco. It's just fabulous. It is missing its light in the back, but that's another fun little easy rewiring project if you're interested in this. And this is $18 by giving me number 35. $18, number 35, for the awesome little mirror for Hollywood makeup. And there it is on the back with that little Art Deco tag. It's a little worse for wear, but it needs a good home. I think this is just so special. And the piece does flip over, so you can take the extra magnification away if you're interested. Yeah, it would be. It's just and it's still functional, you know. That's what I love about it, is it's got a little bit of wear, but you know, you can totally still use it. Val, thank you for rescuing that guy. I think that he is going to be excellent in your collection. That is just such a cool piece. I love Art Deco. So he is coming to you. Okay. That is, I think, everything that I have available. And if you see something that didn't sell and you're interested, you can always email me later. Yes, very great eyebrow piece. Absolutely. All right. I think it's back to you, Benny.
All right, so that was all your stuff that didn't sell?
Yes.
All right. All right, so I do have a few things that still are left over if anyone would be interested. First being this Scotch tape tin. This has got the yellow with the plaid. I think that that's a great little ensemble for summertime. And I just thought that that was a cool piece. If anyone would be interested in it, it is only $6 and it's number 15. $6, number 15, for the Scotch tape tin. And it is clean on the inside, believe it or not, despite the cosmetic damage to the outside. And what I love about it is on the inside of it, the lid, it says, it gives you some taping tips. So that's really awesome. So again, that is only $6 and it's number 15. I also have the imitation vanilla bottle with the sunrise/sunset on it.
Gosh, that's amazing.
No cracks or chips. The lid does come off, so if you wanted to fill it up with something, you absolutely could. Fill it up with water maybe, and then put some red in here to kind of amplify it, or maybe even blue to make the red pop. I think would be awesome. I believe I had this for $10, and it is, I think I said letter S for sun. So $10, letter S, if anyone is interested in this piece. Note that the label is a little bit worn on it, but it is still a fantastic display piece. So again, $10, letter S for this if you were interested. Oh, Jeffrey takes S. Thank you.
Excellent, Jeffrey. That's a cool one.
I also have the 50s, late 50s, early 60s Palmolive aftershave talc. It says Colgate Palmolive Company. There's no zip code on it, so I assume it's before 1963. And just judging by that, the cursive on there, I think that this is probably late 50s, early 60s. If you happen to be interested in this, it is $12, and it's number 9. $12, number 9 for the Palmolive talc for men. I love that hunter green color. I just think that makes the tin pop. And there is some talc still in here. Jeffrey, do not ever joke about buying stuff for Christmas early, because I do it all year. Trust me, it saves me the stress of when the season actually comes.
Yeah, it's really nice just to know that you have all that tucked away, and you can even label bins with people's names and just know that when that time comes, you know, you've got something ready to go. I think it's really brilliant.
It is, trust me. For as much as I shop, I'm always looking. So be it thrift or, you know, in bargains at retail stores. So this other piece that I have is a Jamal permanent waving pads can. I'm not sure of the year, as there's not anything on here to say when it's from, but it's a cool piece nonetheless. It would look great displayed amid some vanity pieces or other hair products. And if you would be interested in this, it is $18, number 11. $18, number 11 for the Jamal permanent waving pads can.
I love the font on Jamal. I think
Me
that's
too.
really cool.
You know, Val, there are plenty of things I still do last minute. Trust me, it's an ongoing issue that I have. And then I'm like, why do I wait till the last minute to do this?
I think some people just aren't wired for time. Like, I am definitely not wired for time. And I can prepare things in advance all I want, and I always am prepared. But there's a degree of like, this won't take me that long in my brain. And then the last minute comes, and I'm like, oh, I still have to do these 2 things. And they're small tasks, but then they might take a while.
Yeah, that's me too. So I still have the wood preen floor wax can. This is empty, but it still displays really nicely. And this is $12, number 10. $12, number 10 for the wood preen floor wax can. Great display for spring and summer with that bright yellow. Put it up on top of the cabinet or display it with a bunch of other tins. It's a really cool piece. And I think the only other item I have that didn't sell tonight is the Aero Wax bottle, red oil polish. Still has some of the contents in there. I may end up dumping this out so that way it is not an issue if it leaks at the post office. So you can always refill this with some water and put some red food dye in here to give it the same look as it has now. This piece, if you are interested, and it has kind of like that beehive ribbed texture, is $24, and it's number 14. $24, number 14 for the Aero Wax red oil polish. Fantastic piece of display. And I believe, let's see. So on the directions, it says, pour a small quantity of polish on a clean, damp cloth. Apply to surface to remove dust, grease, or stain. Polish to a high luster with a soft, dry cloth. Brings out it's a wood finisher. Looks like it's a wood finisher polish.
It would probably really make furniture just shine.
I bet it did. Yeah, so it's a furniture polish. So I wonder if this would be bad if I ingested it. What do you think?
I don't think that would be a good idea, Vinny. It does look like Kool-Aid, but I would not drink it.
Kool-Aid or Powerade?
Yeah, don't get thirsty in the night and think that's a good thing to ingest.
Although I did think about emptying a Windex bottle, cleaning it out, sterilizing it, make sure there's no chemicals in it, and pouring blue Powerade in there and bringing it into work and drinking out of it.
Just to make people like worry about you?
No, just to be silly. Or buying a box of dog treats that look like the shapes of peanuts.
Oh,
And taking the dog treats out, stuffing Nutter Butters in there, and just being like, yeah, these don't taste too bad for dog treats.
you know, my brother actually, when we were little, I'll never forget this. My mom got our dog these treats from like one of those bakeries. It had just started becoming a thing where people would decorate dog treats to look like little cookies. And so my brother thought that it was a cookie.
Oh, no.
And went into the kitchen and he was eating it. And he's like, why do these cookies taste bacon flavored? It was a dog. I mean, we were little, like, I don't know, 7.
Oh, that's funny. Right, exactly, Geneva. Don't be the reason we need warning labels. Like, that's exactly right. I don't want to be the reason for that.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
My brother did that when we were little. I think he ate a little bit of dog treats, but he was a baby. Or not dog treats, cat treats or cat food. He was a baby. He didn't know.
Yeah.
Babies put all kinds of stuff in their mouth.
They do.
But that's funny. So those were all of my. Oh no, I forgot all about these. The Color Craft salt and pepper shakers. My dog. I got a funny story to tell you about that. So these are Color Craft salt and pepper shakers. Cast aluminum. Of course, they are not perfect by any means, but the lids come off and they can still be used. So these are $10 number 4. $10 number 4 for the Color Craft, and they are marked on the bottom. Color Craft USA salt and pepper shakers. Again, the lids just come off real easily. Easy as pie. Now, those, I believe, are all of my items. So I'm going to bring Katie and I together here. So that was a fantastic sale, y'all. We thank you. Oh, Val takes number 4.
Val takes 4. Thanks, Val.
Alrighty. So if you are watching the replay and you see something that you are interested in, you can always message Katie or I through Instagram or through email. I do plan on having my invoices done hopefully by tomorrow, no later than Monday night, because I like to have them just done and done. Yeah. Katie, what do you have coming up?
So I've got my sale tonight with Nate. We're having another fantastic bling party. We've got Weiss and Crown Trifari and a lot of fun stuff. And that will be tonight at 10 o'clock. And then I'll be working on invoices and everything tomorrow.
Fantastic. So I will, for the next, if I can, maybe for the next month or 2 months or so, I am going to be doing at least 2 sales a week. I'm going to be cutting off shopping as best I can, not only to get organized, but also because I am going to be going to the Lynchburg area with Dad at the end of April. So I want to try to build up as much as I can fund-wise for that, so I have money to shop. And of course, I'm going to be filling my eBay store up as well. Make sure you all check that out. If you're not following Katie on either Instagram, here on YouTube, or Instagram and YouTube, yeah. I was going to say Whatnot. That's Dad. What Dad is on Whatnot. So please make sure you're following Katie on both of those platforms. Her link to her YouTube channel is down below. So if you haven't followed her, please make sure you do. Check her out on Instagram for fun posts of industrial items and her displays. For Dad, make sure that you go over to his Whatnot page. It's in the description box of, I think, a few of my sales. So if you just go back to some of the older sales that I've done, I put his link in so you can check him out on Whatnot. Again, he's doing a hanky sale tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then on Wednesday, he's doing his antique photos sale at 11 a.m. So make sure you all check that out. You don't want to miss it.
I'm excited for the antique photo sale, Vinny. I think that will be really cool.
I think so too. I don't know what he's got. He hasn't shown me anything. So we will see what he has to offer. Please make sure everyone goes over to Pamela Blanchard, who has been live for 45 minutes. And I'm sure she is selling like a rock star that she is. And then, of course, make sure you go over to Katie and Nate's jewelry sale. Like you said, they've got some killer bling and it's not paparazzi stuff. So you want the good quality jewelry.
Yeah, we got some really great stuff tonight. Vinny, this is always so much fun. I love sourcing for the industrial sales. I love doing them with you, and I love the people in the chat. It's just so amazing, and I want to thank your mom and dad for all the hard work they put in to help the sale run so smoothly. So thank you guys very much.
And folks, we will see you all the next time we do an industrial sale. Hopefully that won't be too long from now.
No.
But we will see you all very soon. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Again, if you see something you were interested in that you watch the replay of, you can always email one of us and we'll gladly offer it to you all. So we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.
As always, bye, friends.